There's girlfriend. Here comes Mrs. Nutnfancy. This is an update on Mrs. Nutnfancy's finger. Day 4. She didn't want to be filmed, by the way. I think you look fine, hon.
Huh.
She just got done exercising. She's very self-conscious. Here you go, Suspect. Suspect going to do camera work. Thank you for all your care and concern on the cut that Mrs. Nutnfancy did. It was a doozy on Thursday night. This is Monday. It kind of went as follows. We showed you how I dressed the cut on Thursday night after it stopped bleeding. Put betadine on it, let it dry, steri-strips, and then we just wrapped it and let it sit until Friday night. We took that dressing off, looked at it. It had bled a little bit, but it crusted over nicely. No signs of infection. She never went to the emergency room, never went to the doctor. I'll stand by that decision. I don't think they would have done anything differently. Hun, you want to weigh in at all?
No, it's good.
Did it ever hurt at all as we were going on in that process?
Oh, well, it killed the first night, yeah.
But it felt better after the steri-strips got put on, right?
Yep.
Okay, so she put this Band-Aid on herself, and she put some new steri-strips on herself. We're just going to take a look. I wanted to look at it too, so here we go. The cut is where, right here, hun?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to unwrap this. I'm just going to scissor it off right about here. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. And you just put the Band-Aid on. There's no adaptic or anything under there, right?
I put Neo on it.
Okay. I put Neo on it too, starting probably Friday night, I think.
Okay.
The unveiling of the finger.
Okay.
Here, I'll let you do it. By the way, those are real nails. Mrs. Nutnfancy doesn't use fake nails. Keep filming. I think I'm going to up the exposure here as she unveils it. There we go.
Okay, why is it still?
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Look at that. No redness, no swelling. And that's your steri-strips you put on there, right, hun?
Yes.
Do you want me to put some new ones on?
No. I don't want to take these off unless they're all the way falling off. I had to let it, it was barely cut right here, so this is all healing. Looks good.
Yeah, so we even had some response videos from really nice TMPers concerned. And there's actually, someone was saying, well, we think that her finger, a big old chunk's going to fall off and die. That's not been the case. It looks actually as good as it possibly could, 4 days removed.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And all we're going to do right now is wrap it up the way it was. We'll leave those strips that she has on it. We'll put a little glob of Neosporin on it. About like that. Band-Aid is sufficient at this point. She doesn't need anything more. And she's been doing a pretty good job of keeping it clean, out of the water, which is always what you want to do. So I would say the treatment was about right. I wouldn't do anything different. Betadine, steri-strips, leave it alone. Day 2, start applications of Neosporin. Neosporin helps minimize scarring, in my experience. Here you go, hon. That's kind of a freaky color of Band-Aid there. You good with that one?
It's fine.
It's not your style, I know. Nice and big though. It'll cover that whole cut. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap it just with slight pressure. Bam! That's Mrs. Nutnfancy's finger update, day 4. She might have a nice little scar. We'll see how that heals. It'd be kind of cool if you do though, huh?
I don't think it'll be bad.
Yeah. Everything's looking good. Thanks, guys. Short video from the Nutnfancy Project, Nutnfancy family, and a disinterested Allie the Mountain Dog. Night-night.
Bye, dog.